You ready?
I'm ready.
When I started working at Marvel, I asked Stanley, how do you create the perfect Marvel character? He said, imagine Spider-Man. It's just a red and blue suit jumping off a building. But tell me who he is. Tell me what his problems are. And now, when he flies off that building, we're in that suit.
Every moment along the way, the superhero has offered us a language to think about our personal identities.
Who are you? Who do you want to be?
I don't know.
My father did not like bullies. Comic books were the vehicle to protect people.
What a powerful image.
The Black Panther story is this idea of an untouched black space. It brought me to tears almost instantaneously.
It wasn't pretend to me, it was real. It was like, you can tell stories about yourself. I transformed into the most powerful entity in the hip-hop universe.
There was a time when Asian people in comics were colored yellow.
I would just say, hey, maybe it's time we stop doing that.
Women are drawn with male marks of toughness. Being a woman is different than that.
The question is what you do from those mistakes. Do you learn from them?
I had no idea that I was the first African-American writer in modern comics.
She is just as good as the boys.
Being a gay youth, comics were a great place to hide. For the first time, we kind of felt like we were part of the story.
We developed a completely new voice.
I love it.
You look at any great Marvel story, I don't care who the character is, what the team is, it's always a great story about the person behind the mask.
Looks interesting. Looks like a great way to promote themselves.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there is a lot of, like, social issues probably in progress, kind of tracked through the lens of the comic book, behind the scenes of the comic book world.
It's true. It's true.
I'm sure it'll wet a lot of, ugh, I love it and hate it, says into the streets.
Yeah. I kind of agree with that.
It'll wet the whistles of many comic book nerds.
It looks good, of course.
Yeah.
But I'm also just like, I'm just so over comic book stuff.
Yeah, comic book, it is an oversaturated thing, but, you know.
So, like, I mean, it just feels like constantly coming out with
yeah. Interesting way that they're framing this this interview here.
Yeah, that is interesting.
I don't know.
Switching it up.
I'm sure there's a lot about the history of comic books that's worth exploring.
Yeah, no, I feel like, I mean, obviously there is probably a very interesting history of social influence, and, you know, it's like any other kind of art form or medium that is like a commentary on the time. So,
yeah.
I'm sure it's there's a lot to talk about there.
Into the Streets makes a good point. It's the blackest and most Asian comic documentary I have seen, so that is a new angle, which is good. They used to be just old white guys. It's true.
That's true. Yes.
And that's the only aspect of it that I found interesting.
Yeah.
Make it worth the watch. Yeah, the documentaries, obviously, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of like comic book or like kind of fan movie, like kind of based fanboy kind of movies like that or documentaries like that are all old white guys.
Yeah. But all of those old white guys are dead, so their sons are talking for them, and then they've got other interesting people.
It is cool that they, talk about all these other voices and stuff.
Yeah. But it's clear, like, it's a smart move. It's an easy move for them to create content that people are going to be interested in. It's Disney Plus just kind of relishing in its IP, you know.
Agreed. Just more comic book stuff for people to watch.
It comes out February 12th. People seem excited. This person said, friendship ended with Netflix. Now Disney Plus is my new friend. The streaming wars continue. Who will get the comic book nerds? I think it's clear.
Disney. Yeah. They got everything. Yeah, and I think Netflix is really gonna have to do a lot
Yeah, they're probably shaking in their boots a little bit about losing their hold of things.
Mm-hmm.
I would say
been
Disney.
top dog for so long. I'm sure it's like
Yeah.
probably crazy. It's like all of a sudden now they're like almost the least contender.
Yeah, as we look at all these trailers, it does seem like of all the things we've been watching, we've been seeing a lot more excitement from stuff from HBO and Disney. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. They have been growing at exponential rates, way beyond what they were even anticipating. But meanwhile, their parks and things and all that other stuff that might be suffering. Netflix doesn't have all those attachments, but they're about to buy up the rest of Hulu and get the full stake of Hulu, and then probably like shut it down. I don't know. Who knows?
Probably.
Yeah. What were you gonna say? I'm sorry, I interrupted.
Oh no, it's all good. I was gonna get off topic.
Do it.
Is this a YouTube video? Or we go?
Oh, this is a YouTube video. You want to plug?
Shall we say? Hit that subscribe button, smash that like button. Turn on your notifications so you see when we post next. We're posting movie reviews all the time. Come watch us live on twitch.tv/MovieBlab. I was so close that time.
Yeah, you were. You started right on the drop too. It was good.
Next time, guys.